Hi, YouTube. Happy Thanksgiving if you're part of the United States, and to the people that have Native American in you, like I do. I'm mixed. What am I supposed to do? Hate part of my blood because they killed another part of my blood? That's throughout all our histories. But um, when Native says, "Why are you sharing Happy Thanksgiving memes when we call it National Killing Day?" Well, yeah, that is actually more accurate of what happened eventually, but not initially. Initially, the people of the Americas welcomed the Europeans into their country, and then the lies and the killings began after that. But that's not what I'm going to discuss today. I'm going to discuss something. Oh, it's important. So is that, but there's nothing we can do about that. What I'm going to talk about might be something people can do something about. I have a article that I shared from over on my Facebook if you're interested in the whole conversation. Um, there is a group of people called the Sandy Cook Relationship Hub, and they deal with people that have been abused in different ways and work with the emotionally handicapped. And it's a resource hub that I shared a lot of their information through the years to help people. Came up with yesterday of how they were supporting teachers because teachers are being like demonized now, like there's some kind of pedophilia, evil, hidden pedophilia, cultish type. Yeah, yeah, they are. I've worked in the school system and I worked for the state. I worked for a sheriff's boys ranch um, as a paraprofessional. And so this woman, uh, okay, so she's saying that. And I wrote yesterday that you're darn right this happens within the school system, and a lot of people walk away without ever having it to pay any consequences for the things that they do. Well, she comes back today and cites Yale professor Jason Stanley has, she called me far left and fascist, that I was part of a fascism cult because I believe that children shouldn't be in the public school system anymore because it's bankrupt. It's gotten to the point where you have to immerse yourself in a child's sexuality and genders, and that becomes a part of the curriculum where the ABCs and one, two, threes aren't important anymore, but worrying about this mental crap that's going on. Yeah, pull your kids out of school, I would suggest. And then she goes on to say that most of these type of things happen within the homes or the churches. And she knows, she says, like, I co-pastored and worked with the mentally disturbed, and I wrote back, I'm a licensed ordained minister. That's a paraprofessional. And tactics? No, these aren't tactics. These are a parent. I'm a parent that just happens to be educated in this same area. And yes, my education outweighed hers. And she had to, I think she blocked me, but I did copy the conversation that we had because, like I told her, I'm retired. I get nothing out of this. Um, you have to crawl to go get your paycheck, I said. And then I did tell her maybe you'd be, find a job maybe a little better suited for you, like maybe Walmart or, whatever. I've worked there in between jobs. Just, I've had some jobs. I just went to work because I was bored and wanted, like working at McDonald's. I did not have to work at McDonald's. Doug was going that way anyway on the way to his work. So I rode along and worked there for a while. So what? You know, something like that. Uh, but it wasn't because I had to. But some people really should not be teaching children. And if you are pushing more than two genders, you should not be around children. That's a fact. You're insane. It's not fascist tactics from a parent to be concerned that, oh, my granddaughter wasn't called sexy by her teacher just last year, and that happened in her home. No, it happened in the school system. And I could go into more horrible horror stories, but me speaking out against what the system is now in comparison, when I went to school, this is no bullshit. I learned another language. I learned how to play an instrument in the orchestra. I learned how to fence. Um, my science knowledge was utmost. I mean, are we going to actually compare? It's not apples and oranges. What's being taught in the school now is conditioning, is nothing more than conditioning. There's nothing valuable there. The children can't even spell, for Christ, for God's, they can't even spell, you know? I mean, I'm not putting that down. I struggled. I'm dyslexic. Yeah, you better believe it took me a while to learn how to spell when you're seeing things upside down and backwards. It's a true story. It's worse with numbers for me, though. And everybody has a touch of it. And if you're tired, it is worse. But I mean, yeah, the conversation with this creature is over there. And I mean, I normally wouldn't even nah, she shouldn't have pulled this bastard from Yale. Or maybe excuse me. He may not be a bastard. He actually might have good intentions. Highly doubt it. But he was not correlating parents in this world to being fascists. He was teaching how political agendas can become fascism, such as what's happening to the parents out in this world. And like I told him, I'm not, I'm not after, I don't have a red agenda. I don't have a hidden agenda, you know. So just shooting the breeze with everybody, but it's like, what a trip. I can't believe this hosebag called me fascist. Like, what the fuck, right? Meaning I'm following a cult against the government or with the government? What? Are you out of your flipping mind? Wow. All because she wants a paycheck along with her other people that are claiming they teach the use in this world nowadays. Really? And you're going to cite a Yale professor on your co-pastoring experience? Thank you. I needed that. Oh, it was a trip. Like I said, this is a Facebook group I've belonged to for a long time, and I think I just got blocked. But oh well, because like I say, when they're going to no, not every teacher is a bad teacher. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that see, this is what got her. This she did not like this because I said you're darn right. All people working with other people in this world claiming that they are teaching them something, especially with the children, should be scrutinized and psychologically analyzed. I mean, who wouldn't agree that you would want to know somebody is not mentally insane before they start telling your child what to do. And I told her, pretty soon you're going to be teaching your own kids. If I have my way, you won't get near anybody else's. And that's if that's too bad for the system, that the parents literally could teach the children more, especially the way the internet is, the amount of information. And do you really need a state to test your child and you on a yearly basis to tell you how your child is achieving? You're not able to kind of calculate that for yourself. Now, I'm not saying that school's entirely bad, but it was the point that they had to make a issue out of clearing people's names that literally are guilty and have walked away in child abuse situations and are still teaching the children. And she's not that person, but if she is that person, she's speaking for herself. She cannot speak to somebody else's mind or heart or soul and tell me that person doesn't have pedophilia intentions. How would she know? She, number one, isn't a child, and maybe she did have that happen to her. I don't know. But to call other Americans because they don't agree on a political outlook fascist is fascism and terroristic and Nazism, communism within itself, within the system. So, yeah. Like I said, the conversation part of it is gone because I went to look for the comments because I told her, I said, um, if you weren't protecting your friends, you wouldn't even commented on what I said. I simply said, um, like yesterday, I said something like, "This does happen. This is a real thing." You know, there's anyway. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to explain. It was a long conversation this morning with this person, but when, like I said, when she went out, like I told her, calling me fascist doesn't make it so, you know. But I told her teaching children in the public school system that there's more than two genders is insane. I said, you are insane. So, I mean, physical, logical, provable, biological science, all the real good things, you know. So yeah, it was kind of a trip this morning. I was gonna get pissed. I was thinking like this stupid bitch. I'm gonna say something here, you know, and then I thought, no, because of the other people on the post, I'm gonna try and talk rationale. Oh, rationale. Ugh, whatever. I tried. Oh, what a trip. But I just wanted to make everybody aware that groups like that are going to try and cite professors or other so-called professionals in the psychological venues, and I can't even say that a professor of political law really could speak upon anything that was actually psychological. That's my outlook on the whole thing. I didn't think that anybody that had like a resource hub for abused people should cite a law professor, you know, make it a political thing. But then again, she does need to crawl to get her government paycheck. So that's what it's all about. I just, like I said, I want to make parents aware. If you go outside of the norm and say, I don't want this taught to my child or whatever, you're going to be called. I was called far left. Whoa! Hello. Would you like to see my breakdown AR 15 or the AK? We got more than one of them too. So, no, no, I'm not far left. I'm way more conservative than you could ever imagine. So, hey, I would have back in when Democrats were Democrats before they were liberal. I would have been considered one of them, but I can't call myself that. I can't call myself anything but independent, and I am a member of the Independent Party. But I will never vote again. Not in this helter skelter upside down world of what a bunch of lying sacks of crap that will do and say anything to keep their jobs. They just do not care. And she had written something like, it's not this or that in large letters. And I wrote back in large letters, you are not having the best interests of the children or the adults at heart in this situation. So, yeah. So I'm not making turkey today. I might another day. Um, I made bow tie pasta, chicken salad, chicken pasta salad, which is one of my favorites. Doug loves it too. It's like he's was outside doing some outside work. Likes to take his tractor and push stuff around. And I know it's necessary. If you're watching this, Doug, come on, that's funny. All right. Anyway, so he's out there, and so when he comes in, he's able to grab just a bowl or a plate of the pasta salads all ready to eat. And we don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, there's just the two of us, so I'll get like a turkey maybe in a day or so. It'll be on sale. And I thought about it, and I could have because it's not that expensive. It's like $1.79 a pound or something here. So, I mean, it's not bad, but it'll be like less than $1 tomorrow, you know. And then I can just get a nice one, like a young turkey, and make it. And then us and all the kiddies can have turkey for a few days. And then I usually put some in the freezer for like a turkey gravy, hot turkey sandwiches another time, or that type of thing. So, or a soup. Um, I don't know if you've ever had like a chicken a la king or made turkey a la king, or um, you know, even with egg noodles, turkey, cream and turkey, egg noodles and vegetables. That's good, so you can just like throw it in all kinds of things after that. So, but I just love it by itself, you know, when I have it. I don't have it as much as I like because not Doug's not a big turkey eater, so that's why he's like, I'll go get one yesterday, and I don't care. I kind of did, but I wasn't gonna have him make a separate trip just for that. It's like I told him just wait till it's on sale. So we're having chicken. That's close enough. Oh, because these people called me fascist. That's right after Marxism and then fascism and then being a Nazi. What? you know. No, I don't genocide people. No. I'm not a party to the state and any kind of cult leader or anything else. I am a concerned mom and grandma that actually did have my child and children and myself annihilated by teachers out there in this world. So shut the fuck up. You know, if you have good teachers in your life, you really are blessed because they are hard to come by. And children could test at home. They really could. There could be civic centers where kids got together and played sports and things like that, but the academic thing could be totally homeschooled, and it would not kill the parents to even um, congregate in groups and do that together by themselves without paying the state to do that. It's really amazing, for one thing, that people think that another person's ability to school your child is better than your own. That always kind of floored me. It's like, yeah, really, because I only had a couple teachers that had a couple brain cells in there, you know. You ever had an English teacher and your abilities were better and they hated you, or any, or like in gym, or any of the things, or oh, my band leader one time, oh, he was pissed because he couldn't get me alone. Yeah. But anyway, so it's, I guess it's probably not a good idea when you're a kid to piss the teachers off, but when the teachers are coming at you sideways with a hard on, you have a tendency to kind of retaliate. And yeah, I'm retaliating on behalf of them because of the way the government is treating the people. And for some teacher to call a citizen of the United States a fascist, I'd like to slap that stupid bitch. Seriously, I'm not kidding at all. If you see me as evil for wanting to slap her today, I promoted and supported this skank for like 5 or more years now, maybe more. You know. So yeah, it pissed me off. I didn't know that she was swinging with all her genders flying out of her open brassiere, but there wasn't anything under there. I didn't understand all that, you know, because if I had known that she would support the teachers above the students, they're basically calling the students that have and I'm not saying some children might not have lied about it, but I have seen this shit, and so have you. You've seen teachers acting inappropriate around you when you were a kid. You know you did, and that's what I'm talking about. And these people are paid. They're not paid to teach your children about genders. They're gonna be. That's their push. That's fascism. That's the state's orders. Yeah. Yeah, I'd slap her today. I really would. Open your mouth one time, you know. Yeah. This is not about hate towards anybody. And believe it or not, I have relatives and friends that are gay or bi, and they don't hate me and I don't hate them. And my strong language is not towards anybody's what they do away from the children. I don't care. I can't make that clear enough. I would not treat you any worse or any better than anybody in my life as long as you leave the kids out of it. I don't care. Leave the kids out of it. I'm not asking you, I'm fucking telling you. And if you think I'm some kind of a hateful person because of anything else that you feel about me, well, then you're just going to have to do like you want to do. Go feel on yourself because I'm not feeling you and you're not feeling me. If it didn't involve the children, I would not care. Would not care. I don't care. So, and the thing is, the strangers in the world, they don't know me, but people that know me know that of me. But the parents of these children do not personally know these teachers, and you're expected to take what is thrown at you face value with it. These people aren't psychoanalyzed. There's nothing in their background that scrutinizes their psychological abilities. They're just thrown out there, and you're expected. If you don't, you're fascist, you're far left, you're a libtard. If you don't go along with saying, yes, I believe Ali Balami, Salami, love the system. No, not not happening. And I can see more parents are just like, this is ludicrous. We can't do this. We want to do this. We used to believe in the school system, but what is it? You know? Yeah. How far did you excel when you went to, you know, maybe you did. I would venture to say if you're making it, if you're doing good right now in your life, there might be two possible reasons. Either you're an entrepreneur that has done things on your own entirely, system's going to hate you anyway, or you're a part of the system and they love you and you love it, you know. So if you're not in those categories, you're probably suffering today. You might have had to worry. Not only maybe you couldn't afford everything you wanted for your meal like you typically would. And don't forget, there's nothing missing on their tables, only your table, the taxpayer, you know. And that concerns me for the children of the future. Are you going to let your kids, when they become a counselor, call some grandma that is a counselor and a pastor and a paraprofessional, somebody like me? Would you raise your child to call that grandmother a fascist because she's standing up for the parents in this world and saying, hey, I'm going to make people aware that you are sharing the 10 tactics that cult leaders and fascists use and applying them towards the American people, the parents in our country. That's beyond crazy, you know? I mean, like I say, if they weren't pushing the three gender thing, um, and the multiple pronouns and all their bullshit, if they weren't pushing all their crazy making bullshit and saying that normal people are gaslighting them, no, we're the one that pays your salary to stay the fuck away from the kids. That's all. That's all. I would never, I pulled my kid out of school, the last one that I had, I'd do it all over again and over again for these very same reasons. So nothing's really changed. It's just, I think the war has become more apparent that who's going to tolerate the insanity and who isn't. It is time to put on our critical thinking hats because it's a critical society. When it could endanger you and your loved ones, that's critical. It's time to think critically, you know. And to criticize those that are insane, yeah, that too. So, all right, my friends. I hope your day is wonderful. I did get kind of a laugh. I mean, it's sad because I really thought I had some sort of rapport, but I never would have helped that clan of three gendered misfits. I wouldn't have helped them at all promote their business and their counseling center if I had known that they were insane. So I do share. Uh, there's a place called Duluth Counseling Center. I share a lot of theirs, and they haven't let me down so far. So there's still a few strong souls out there, not bending to the will of the state and calling normal human beings names to suit themselves so they can get paid. So I think there's still a few real ones out there that aren't going to let the actual uh, godless in the world lead God's people without a fight. So thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.